Okay, guys. Several of you will need to know how to create quotes. This is particularly useful if you have government entities, which, we can't have rounding errors, right, for PO purposes and that sort of thing. So if the customer already has an existing account, and you would like to make a quote for them, here is how you would do it in the new i21 system. So from the home page, you'd go ahead and click onto Sales. Under Activities, you go to Quotes. Okay, so here it automatically will let you filter from either the customer number, which is that 6-digit code typically, or the customer name. So for instance, this is one I did this morning, so it's kind of automatically popping up that I did it. Customer name. Oh, I don't know. I'm terrible, guys. I'm going to use the same customers over and over again. So customer name. I clicked enter, and I'm going to do a quote for this particular customer. So now I'm going to say that I'm lying. What I'm actually doing here is, this is to look for quotes that are in the system. Sorry, if you want to create a new quote. I know our screens, for whatever reason, if you are on a larger PC, these will really be expanded and you can actually see what they say, but this actually says new. So if I come in here and I hit new, so that previous screen is just to search for quotes that are in the system. Right here, you can type in the customer name. Here's something that's very interesting to note when you are searching in the system. If you click this little magnifying glass icon, you'll see that it's going to actually, what I'm searching for is customer number. But if I don't know the customer number, if I drag that to the front and its name, now all of a sudden it's going to search based on the customer's name instead of a known customer number. So in here, let's say, so now it found the customer I was looking for, and it's telling me, hey, there's past dues. Okay, that's fine. And these are the comments that are associated with this account. You're going to say, okay. If you have any of this information, you can absolutely put information in there, like if you have a PO number and that sort of thing, fine, awesome. If you do not, don't worry about it. It's not required. Here again, this system is pretty easy to find the items you're looking for. Again, if I click this magnifying glass, it's going to default to, hey, do you know the the item number? I don't know hardly any codes. If you do, you're awesome, and please use them. It's probably quicker. If you do not, you would want to use this description function. So again, I'm just going to drag it, and you see how now it gives me that little green check mark. So it's saying, yep, you can place it there. So now I've placed it there, and now I will be able to search for the product that I'm interested in. So for this, why not? I'm just going to type in Dello. It's going to give me a whole list of all kinds of things that I can search for. If I need to, I can expand that out. So this is honestly, I think this is a lot nicer than the legacy iRely, because it lets you do a lot more. As I mentioned, it's very similar to Microsoft Excel. So if you're used to using that, you guys will get pretty used to using this product. So let's say for this customer, I'm going to quote them this particular product. So I'm going to double click. Okay, so that's the description. They are going to order 1 drum. I'm not going to say that there's any discount. And we're good to go, because accurate pricing is in the system for customers. So that means if they were in the legacy system, they were just on a basic price list too, that pricing is already in the system and you don't have to worry about anything. If I want to add new products here, it's as simple again as clicking this, again, please do make sure, because it does like to default to the item number, so the product code. And I just don't know product codes again, so, but I can leave it, right? I can leave the description where it is. We all probably know what fuel is. So I'm going to hit D2. I'm going to say, yes, that's the one I want. All right. So now that I have it in the system, I can click here on ordered, and I could say that in addition, they want 500 gallons of that. And all the information is in our system, and we are good to go. So in order to send this quote to your customer, all you have to do is hit save. And as soon as it's done saving in the system, this print will turn white, and now you can actually print it. And again, just like you do with so many things, you're going to print it to a PDF and save it wherever you save it to then email it to your customer, right? The print button that you do want to push is the second one. It's kind of hard to see on here, but it's a printer with a little number 1 next to it. I happen to be at a relatively slow connection, so yours should not take this long. So we click here. And again, I'm going to save it to PDF, and I'd save it to wherever I want to save it. So I'm going to, I'm going to save it here, my desktop, and I will say it's a quote for okay, good to go, done. Another thing to note is that all these accounts are correctly associated with the location that they are typically going to be delivered out of. And so if you created a quote that you then want to, so this quote, if I wanted to turn this quote into an invoice, the easiest thing for you to do is you can either send the PDF to the office that is going to make the delivery, and all they would do is they would process this. And once they click process, I'm not going to do it because I'll mess up invoicing and I don't know how to fix that. So they would click process, and everything you did, so that none of the data changes, everything you did will then just be straight processed from a quote into an invoice. And so you can just tell them the customer name and what your order number is. So in this case, it was QU-124. If I had sent that to the office, they could look up exactly what I sent to the customer, and they can transfer that straight into an invoice. So yeah, that is how you make a quote in the system. So hope that was helpful.